Thank you, Cathaoirleach. I'd like to ask to the good office of the Leader of the House to call on the Minister for Communications, Energy and Natural Resources to attend the House and to set out his policy in relation to Grid 25 and the rollout of and the development of energy supplies throughout the country. At the moment, there is a huge deficit of power supply across the eastern seaboard, particularly in the southeast, and this requires the virtual rollout of a cobweb of high voltage power lines and pylons and substations across the entire country from the west. And this is going to be further accentuated with the development of wind farms and wave power and renewables across the west coast. I do know that in the past and in a previous life, I myself was one of the people perhaps at the time thought was the best thing to do and the right thing to do, protested against the construction of a nuclear power station in Carnsore in the late 1970s and early 80s. But now there are communities right across the country, Cathaoirleach, concerned with the construction of by air grid of electricity substations, pylons and power lines right across the country. And this policy, in my opinion, is being rolled out in an offhand and a dismissive and cavalier fashion. And it's leading to fear and anxiety and tensions between farmers and families and neighbours across the country. And also it's leading to gross misinformation being peddled at public meetings. And it would be helpful if the Minister was to set out the situation regarding planning and the policy on compulsory purchase orders regarding such strategic infrastructure to clear the air on these matters. Because in my own community there's a group, the Ratneska Action Group, and I want to say, Chairman, I would not defend for a second any NIMBYism, not in my backyard, because I think we have to move past that. But neither are they bananas. They're not from the brigade that would build absolutely nothing anywhere, any time. And it would be helpful if EirGrid were instructed by the Minister to engage in meaningful and transparent discussions in a fair-minded manner and not to be dismissing the genuine fears and concerns of communities. Thank you, Chair.